Man, here's the one place in Antarctica where I don't want to be. I don't want to have to come in here ever again. Do you know where I am? I'm in the Recompression Chamber at McMurdo Station. Let's take a look around. I'm in the chamber. Look, there's Kara, the lab supervisor out there. Hi, Kara. All right, let's come out. Hey, Steve.
Yes.
Come here. Come here, Steve. What are we doing? What are you doing today with the chamber, and why?
Oh, today we are doing a chamber drill. We're gonna basically run down to just do a really short run to 40 foot and 20 foot, just basically for practice. We do a drill every week, and just to keep our skills sharp, and it's gonna be fun.
A run? What is this darn thing?
A run. This is a recompression chamber, and is this close enough?
Yeah.
And when a diver gets what's called the bends or other ailments, mostly diving related, what we do is pressurize the patient back down to a deeper depth on pure oxygen, and it's supposed to basically help the diver get better.
Get better. Okay, let me come out. So, 1 second here, let me get okay, so there's 3 of you here. It takes 3 people to do this?
Actually, it's ideally we have 4.
You have 4?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Do I look at that?
You just look at
that, or do I look at...
You look at the little thing.
Basically, we have a tender inside that is a lot of times a medical person that assists the diver and helps them put on their oxygen mask and take it off. We have a supervisor that knows everything about everything and looks like Chuck Norris. That's important.
What's the music selection for the run today?
I haven't decided. I'm just putting things into the iTunes library since this is the first time this iTunes been brought up. So
this is an important part of the whole chamber operation.
Very, very important.
Yeah. Then we have a timekeeper, which will probably be Kara today, since she's good with numbers.
Good with
and
I know how to hit buttons.
yeah, and her voice is kind of bad, so she wouldn't be good for you know, the confidence of the patient if there was a patient here. What else do we got? We got an operator that operates all these fancy gauges and twists lots of knobs, and this is the busiest looking thing at times. This is where we basically press down the patient and make them feel better. And then we usually have a that's actually it, isn't it? Operator, tender, supervisor, and recorder. And the supervisor usually can help out just about anywhere, which is kind of nice when he's not like surfing on.
How do we tell how deep it is?
Basically, a pressure gauge kind of like this, which is this is actually the med lock, which once we're under pressure.
That's how you put the TV dinner in and out.
Yeah. So sometimes the treatments last a long time, so it can be hours and hours. So sometimes the patient gets hungry, or the tender gets hungry, or thirsty, or
needs a comic book.
Yeah. Or sometimes we can pass meds in there, which is why it's called a med lock, which it's more used for food probably. We pressurize the divers down to about 60 feet is the normal treatment for a recompression treatment, which is about 2 atmospheres higher than ambient pressure. And the theory behind that is, one, it's supposed to shrink the bubble down that might be in the diver's never mind that. Inside the diver's tissue, wherever the bubbles might have formed, and it also provides a higher pressure of oxygen to that bubble, which is usually a nitrogen bubble, that and when it's surrounded by a higher concentration of oxygen, it can diffuse into that, or out of bubble form and back into solution faster.
Steve, you sound like you were trained in all this.
A little.
So here's the chart, which I guess we're not going to be able to see that well, but we start at 0, down we go to 40 feet.
For the training today.
And then we're going to spend, looks like about 12 minutes here. Then we have an ascent on air. Then we have a stop at 20 feet. And up we come. And Mr. Supervisor?
Yes, sir.
How many times have you had to use this thing here?
The chamber has been here since 1984, and in that time we've treated 11 people. 4 of them aviators who also suffer from decompression sickness. 4 of them divers with decompression sickness. 1 of them a diver with an air embolism, and the last one another diver with decompression sickness. So it's actually 5.
So it's not that often occurs.
Not that often.
Good, fortunately. Good for us.
Very
We don't
good.
want to go in there, do we?
We do not.
No. And so now I want to come over to Kara. Kara, did you get to go to Catalina and take the training for all this?
Yes, I have. I've been there more than once.
I've done that too. I've done that once. Was it great? Tell us about Catalina. What's good about Catalina?
It's fantastic. It's beautiful. And they have a really interesting chamber that we all get to practice on for a couple of days in a row. We just rotate through all the different positions and we try different scenarios over and over again. And then we have a 40-hour course in the classroom learning about emergency dive accident management.
Cool.
Yeah. And you get to go snorkeling in between. So.
What'd you see underwater there?
Oh boy, I didn't go last summer, so it's been a while, but tons of things there. They've got, what did we see? Lots of rays. Sorry. Lots of rays. We saw some seals, lots of different kinds of fish, a couple sharks.
Cool.
It's really beautiful. Cool. Yeah.
We had a nice dive with Skinny today at the Arrival Heights dive site, but there was a little bit of current. Visibility wasn't so good. The sun was at the wrong angle, so it was not as productive as some.
But you didn't get bent?
Didn't get bent. Didn't get bent.
We're here for you, just in case.
I got some nice portraits of Stacy and Skinny together. That's all that I seem to get today, but them looking like the happy pair right down below the ice. So this is the, as we said, this is where the chamber is at McMurdo Station, where we started off. Inside it, where you don't want to go. I don't want to go there. You don't want to go there either. So we'll say goodbye to the chamber.